Hello, welcome to Fix More, Waste Less, where I try and fix broken electronics and keep them out of the landfill. Today, I have a Nintendo 3DS XL that has a very significant problem. The bottom screen is shattered. That's an obvious defect that we need to fix. To do that, I need to remove these two screws covering the battery. The first video I ever did was a DSi that had a sticky button issue. Now here I am doing a 3DS XL. And let's see if we can't get underneath that with our little tool here. There we go. That's popped it off. Now, you don't have to worry about these two screws falling out. They have these little locking washers that hold them in, which is nice. I wish more things would do that. Of course they won't, because they don't want you taking these apart anyway, do they? So, the battery looks to be in decent shape. Who knows if it keeps a charge? Let's see. No SD card. No game card, obviously. The battery came out. Nice and easily replaceable, as all things it should be. And there should be little rubber washers here that you might have to pull off. I don't need to do that because they're already pulled off. They come apart. One there, one in here. Very small. These look like they might be identical, so you might not have to worry about keeping them separated, but you should, just as good practice. And there are two small ones down here. Looks like we got some, I don't know what's coming in on there, but some liquid damage here. Or just some kind of liquid spilled in there. Not great, but hopefully there's nothing wrong with the motherboard besides the damaged screen. You never know. Come on, put that there. And there's a small one there with this. Yeah. Small screw there. We'll put it right in the middle. Okay. Pry this up. And then here's where you want to be careful, because there are ribbon cables attaching this to the motherboard. So lift up gently, and there they are. Come in here and just pry that up and pry that up. There we go. Just want to be careful with that when you pull this up. And we'll inspect the board, and it doesn't look horrible. It does look like some just general grime throughout here. I don't see anything that would indicate a huge spill, any liquid damage on this part of the board. That's not bad. That's nice. Doesn't say any liquid damage on there. Now we have to remove this. Two little screws here. Put that there. Put that there. And then we'll pry this guy up here. And that's your thumbstick. Okay, we'll take this washer out. We need to flip this up. I'll use this one. And we'll slide that out. And so if you do need to replace the joystick for whatever reason, that's basically all the steps you need for that. So that's not too bad, actually. I need to pop this off. It's got this part facing that direction on mine. And that is just a little connector. Here's the Wi-Fi board. That also just should pop off. Can probably just bend that up over there and we'll be fine. Now we need to remove the volume adjuster, which is located right here. Let's try and pull it out like that. There we go. And get our small one and pop open that. And then there goes the ribbon cable for that. Then we need to move these pieces right here. 1 and 2. We have to remove this ribbon cable, if we can get it. 1 and 2. And pull out the ribbon cable. 1 and 2. Lots of little ribbon cables. And this one here has a flap that pulls that way. And then just maybe you'd be better off grabbing this one and wiggling it free with your hands. Yeah. And then there's more. There's this ribbon cable here. Grab it here and pull. There, ready to go. Yeah, for this one, it's the black part on the back that we actually have to flip up. Why they do it differently, I don't know. And then you can just pull that out. So, and I think we can actually pull out the board after we remove all of these screws. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 screws holding it down. Okay, we should be pretty close, but we're still attached. Still have a ribbon cable that we need to, and flip that up and pull that out. And there's the motherboard, I guess. Wow. That's really all it is, huh? Okay. And then here is the 3DS. I'll open it up. It does open all the way. We need to pop this out. Let's see, what's the best way to do this without breaking the plastic? Okay, it's coming a little bit here. I do think it sounds, there we go, like it's coming apart now. I do think they glued it in here, so yeah. You can hear it kind of crackling through. Okay, one more little gentle, forceful push. Sturdy one. There, gentle, don't crack it. There. Okay, guess there's the glue around the screen, huh? Yeah. But that's the screen and all the ribbon cable that came with it. So it should be simple from there. We take our new screen, hopefully fits in there, works and all that, and we see that it's very similar. this has to come off. And then you need to just pry off this touchscreen area. The digitizer, I assume. Put it on the new one. Remove that, which is quite satisfying. Then let's take this and move this over here actually. Put you down here, and we'll do. So you just go over this, just like that. Okay. See if we can't fold this back down to help it stick in there. Now, you reverse the process. Simple enough. Don't get that green wire stuck in there. But there you go. You just press this in there. Get it to stick for you a little bit. All right, now we'll put you to the side and we'll bring everything back in to put it all back together, and this will be quite painful because I know that this will be not exactly easy. These ribbon cables are fun, not that much. Okay, now you want to make sure, so there's 3 ribbon cables right here. Of course there are, why not? There's this one right here, which is bent and shaped like that, and then there's 2 that are basically the same size. You want to put on the bottom side here, the part touching the touchscreen, the one on the very bottom. So hopefully you have some fine tweezers. That should make this a little bit easier to get the ribbon cable into its proper spot. There it goes. And that looks good. Now we'll flip this back over, get this ribbon cable out of the way. And snake that cable in. There we are. And then now we need to put these screws back to make sure the board is lined up. One of the great things about seeing devices like this is that it kind of affords you a nice opportunity to own a console that you might not have owned or might not want to buy for the price of a new or working one. So the 3DS with a broken screen and a new screen is cheaper than a completely unblemished 3DS. This, I think, is a great chance that if you never owned a 3DS, or if yours that you do have is broken, but you have a desire to play it again, because who doesn't? Fixing it isn't as daunting of a task as it might seem, or at least I want to try to debunk that with this channel, showing that you don't need to have super skills to do some of these things. And in reality, it's the tools that really make it or break it. You know, trying to put these little ribbon cables in without very fine tweezers like this would be a pain in the ass. But with them, it's not that hard. And I think people watch videos like these and see it being done easily. And I'll admit I do the same thing and I say, oh, I can do that. But I don't have all the tools and I don't have all the specialty equipment. But I can get by with something, right? Can I get by with doing a little bit? No, not really. You could get by without tweezers, and you could spend 30 minutes trying to put these cables in here. I've done it before I had tweezers. Come on. Even now, I'm having trouble. And then this one down here. That one went right in there. Good for you. Didn't look right. And then the volume board. See if I can show that part. I want to make sure that the volume, the piece attached to the actual outside volume connects with this right here, and that they, on the board, and that they merge together when pushed down like that. And we can put this back on, just being careful. And I believe this one's next. It just marries up with that and pops into place. Yes, a little washer goes back in here. This, because the cable goes this way. There, now we line that up. Because you need to get, I think I had it, but whatever. You need to get this piece into that hole. There are jokes abound for that one. These longer screws are the ones that go here. And that feels better. Like they actually did something. Don't know. They have to be reattached to test it, but we'll do it. And then we'll test it. Okay. Good. Now, I think I can test it with just putting the battery in. Let's try that out. Let's see how it works for us. Power's on. Power's off. I think I had it. Uh-oh. Okay, so here I go back through and take the 3DS apart and put it all back together again. Not entirely sure what wasn't attached properly, but something wasn't right, and that was preventing the 3DS from even turning on. And when I had gone through and checked everything, I also ran into another problem. It turned on and the bottom screen had a backlight, but no actual image or picture. I started to wonder if the screen was defective, which unfortunately can happen when you're buying these aftermarket screens. I want this to be kind of a lesson. If you do take your 3DS apart and when you put it back together, you discover any of these issues, just know that it might be a missed ribbon cable or a loose ribbon cable or something not attached properly. Because obviously I wasn't having these issues before. The console came on just fine. It did have an image, even if it was broken, on the bottom screen. So all that stuff seems odd. And it's good to know that it wasn't anything major. It was just a loose ribbon cable. So if you have that issue, just be on the lookout for that. And maybe that's just what your issue is. But, you know, after another round of tearing down and putting back together, we finally get to here. Let's see what we get when we power it on. Backlight, that's good. And we have the logo. There we go. So the screen works. And touchscreen works. Let's see if the 3D works. Everything seems to be working. That's great. And that 3D works as it should. I don't know if that comes through in here or not, but you can see it kind of jumping around from eye to eye. But yeah, so that does work. It's not going to come through there, but that's cool. This is the original 3DS, so it doesn't have a little head tracker or the C-stick. It's not the new 3DS. But that is, I would say, a fully working 3DS. The nice thing about this repair is it really is something you can do without any specialty tools. You don't need fine tweezers, but they certainly help, and amazingly, you don't need any special screw bits for the teardown. It's all Phillips heads, which is fantastic. You love to see it. Well, I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something useful from it. If you did, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, please check out the one on the screen or consider subscribing so you'll know when the next video comes out. That's it for this one, and we'll see you in the next video as we attempt to fix something else.